Hello guys and girls, hope you've been keeping well since the last episode. Today's theme is slightly bigger automatic cars. I have a beautiful one that I've been driving with my family for my wife for the past 6 months, but I'm probably going to start selling soon. This is the Suzuki, okay? Suzuki Solio. I don't think you've ever seen one of these before in the UK. Video on these. This Solio is the Bandit Solio, the higher spec. So I'm going to run you through them, guys. As a 1.2 VVTi engine, okay? The key is pretty cool. So you go lock, and the doors, the side doors, sliding doors like they are in Japanese houses, yeah? You have lots of space in here. Both sides sliding doors. Maybe you can imagine you have a pet or a dog or a kid. Say, get in, get in. You can also close it from inside or outside. The seats, the space is very, very spacious. Okay, it's a bigger, higher car. When you're sitting in, you have loads of room. The gap in between there is pretty cool as well. So yeah, this is the seats. I'm gonna put the seats back up again, and the doors. You just, for example, pull the door, it closes. It's a very, very cool. You can sleep there, by the way, if you put this other seat down. Like, they use so much well the spaces. Look at this here, for example. You can put more stuff in there. I had a small K Suzuki Wagon R, which I actually still have, but this is basically half the size of that. The engine for that was a 660cc. This one is it's got like a liquid for the tire, liquid fill for the tire. But yeah, this car is very cool. I'm gonna sell it soon because I've got other cars coming in. Yeah, in here, when you sit down, for example, you can even move the seats forward and back, so you have more space in the boot. Yeah, honestly, it's such a cool, diverse car when you drive around the city. The engine is pretty nippy, especially if you're alone. But if you're with other people, fully heavy, then you know it can be a bit more slower. This one here also is an imported car. It's a 1.4 TSI turbo inline injection, turbo straight injection, something like that. So this one here is lower, but you still have lots of space, but very, very, very clean, pet and smoke free. I like cars when they have the little hand rest. I think it's pretty cool. Both for sale. This has all the original parts from Japan, 2 keys. The owner was very, very careful with this one. It's immaculate condition, externally, internally. The only fault with this one I can find, it's been raining now, it's got a very slight dent in here, I think you can see, but that's it. 2 keys, both higher spec, got lower fog lights. So yeah, I'll just quickly show you this one here. So this one here, the thing that's cool about it, it's the speedo on these cars from Japan. They are in miles, sorry, in kilometers, but this one here on the dash display, you can press and change to miles. Yeah, so this one's 53,000 miles. Very, very clean. It's got a very extensive service history in Japan. This stereo is pretty cool. You can go reversing camera. I use it's got DVD player, you can watch films. It's got a long drive, very clean. Yeah, speaks to you in Japanese saying you haven't entered your highway card, but I always use that to remember myself. Have I forgot my phone? Have I got this? Have I got that? It's got USB player, DVD player. Yeah, very good car. For sale, 2 sets of keys. I just haven't had a chance to advertise properly, hence I'm making these videos. This one's 1.4, like I said. And the Suzuki, we go back to that one. It's a nice blue color, this one. High spec, front disc pads, rear disc pads as well. So yeah, this one here, like I said, it's a push start, this one. All right, so you sit in remotely, if the key's in your pocket, you put your foot on the brake, press starts, yeah. This one is even lower mileage. It's done 64,000 kilometers. Okay, so yeah, I'll explain about that in a minute. But yeah, say for example the side doors, you're in the car, I have it on child lock, but you press the button here, okay, it locks the door for you. So yeah, it's cool features. They experimented with these in Japan, you know, and they realize, okay, actually for the UK, Europe, or whatever, it's not good enough. For example, look here, you can hang your shopping here, you know. They use the most of every single nooks and cranny in space. This has a reversing camera as well, of course. You know, you wouldn't expect any cars in Japan not to have. Well, actually, the thingies, the boot's open, so that's why I show in the sky. Yeah, so this Suzuki Solio Bandit, like I said, is a 1.4. It is in UK nowadays we have other Suzukis that are quite similar, if you know what I mean. So for example, you have the Suzuki Ignis. This is Suzuki Ignis. I think they experimented with this in Japan, and then they started releasing these ones in Europe. You also have the Suzuki Celerio. Don't know if you're familiar with this one. They will be the same engine as this one, and the older one's the Suzuki Splash. Okay. Yeah, I'll put all this stuff on the in the video explaining this. So this is a 1.24 cc petrol. It's done 64,000 kilometers, which equates to 40,000 miles. Perfect service history, very cool. By the way, this little thing in the corner, I don't know, I didn't explain that. It's like when you're parking, it shows you where you are in orientation to where you got to go. Lots of space. You could use this for a little camping project car, you know. But yeah, one's got to go. Ideally, both got to go because I've got more cleaner cars coming from Japan. Feel free to ask any questions you have about these kind of got reverse parking sensors as well. Alloys, yeah, alloy wheels. Yeah, very cool car. Yeah, this one here, when you nighttime when you're driving, this little blue light comes on. I think it's pretty cool, but I don't know. Yeah. Feel free, that bulb's gone. I need to change that bulb there. That's the only fault it has. Let's quickly check, open the engine so you see the engine. One sec. So you pull it here, open the engine. Very quiet engine, can't hardly hear it. Yeah, I've got to sell these cars because I've got other cars coming. I might keep this one anyway. But yeah, I thought I'll do an introduction for you guys. How do I open this? 1 second, this video.